to see when we collide. No one walks away easy. I never thought you'd be the one. I never meant to take your heart. I never felt so hard. I never meant to be the one. I never thought I'd break your heart. And after the stars have crumbled to dust, we still feel the warmth burning in us, burning in us. And it hurts so bad, but it doesn't mean that it's wrong. No, 'cause after the storm, you'll see the sun, you'll see the sun. You and me, we both live life at full speed. Easy to see when we collide. No one walks away easy. I never thought you'd be the one. I never meant to take your heart. I never felt so hard. I never meant to be the one. I never thought I'd break your heart. And after the you'll see the sun, you'll see the sun. Hello and good morning, my crafty creatures. Oh my goodness. So, here we are at the end of May. Will I make my 95%? Probably not, but I will hit 94. Life happened, things broke, so I didn't cross stitch as much as I really wanted to the past couple weeks. And so I'm gonna fall about 2,000 stitches short. I will get to 94% most likely by the end of May, but I'm not 100. I don't think I can get 3,000 stitches done in 3 days. I just don't have that kind of time. But super close. And hello, Hachi. Hello. So I got a few color zeros the other day. The other day and this morning, I got to zero on 3042, and then I didn't work on any big colors like I'm working on right now. But I got a whole bunch of little colors all done, and I only have 9 of those left. I have between the ranges of, let me hit my check mark there. Okay, so the number of colors I have that are under 100 stitches are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 colors that are under 100 stitches. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colors under 200. So, and actually one of them is the color I'm working on. So, and today we are working on the color 161. Oh wait, I lied. This one has 426 stitches left. Oh, and it's been really exciting. Getting the colors down to the zeros. The the finality of, oh hey, what project does this color go to next, because I don't need it in the box anymore. I started out this project had 89 colors. I have 38 remaining, and 9 of those are colors that are under 100. Not under 100. 9 of those are colors that you guys won't see on stream because they're just so scattered. There's so little of it that it would honestly take more time to swap the colors around than just do them off camera. Um, yeah. Let's see where my cat. I don't even not even showing any of them off. A lot of them closed up some white spots in the side here. Yeah. Oh, but that's what I've been doing. In addition to working, and tomorrow, not well, yeah, tomorrow's my day off. Tomorrow, I'm gonna do a little bit of cross stitching. I'm gonna do a little bit of stream, but I also have to fix my dryer, so that's gonna be a whole thing. In addition to a mandatory staff meeting at work, yay! Um, I just uh. So Sunday, I had a coworker call out. Well, Saturday night, I should say, I had a coworker call out. They called at 10 p.m. Their shift started at 6:45. Overall, no big deal. Where it started becoming a big deal is the response that the manager on duty gave to me. Um, because the manager on duty is an RN, fully capable of passing meds, and it was only one call out. Now, for me as a manager, one call out, I'd had the entire day prior off. Um, yes, I'm taking into account that this person is the executive director of the facility, but he's the on-call manager. So that comes with a certain set of responsibilities. I reach out to this manager and I go, "Hey, so and so called out. Just telling you, so you have an idea." This guy, instead of going, "Oh, hey, thanks for telling me, I got this," goes, "Can you do all of my job for me?" He he actually said different things, but to summarize, he said, "Can you actually do my job for me and fix this problem that is actually mine? But I'm putting it on you because, well, I don't want to deal with it." And I solved his problem. The solution was, um, the wonderful overnight RN stayed until 9. I came in at 9 in the morning and stayed until noon when my fantastic coworker came in, set me free for a couple of hours, and then I came back in to do my 3 to 11 shift. So, teamwork. I'm not opposed to signing up for a couple hours here and there. If you can only stay till this amount of time, fine. I'll come in from that time and I'll do a few hours here and there. That's not a big deal, but I I am very frustrated with the managerial response to one call out. Now, where I previously worked, I understood when a manager's like, "Can you just try?" Because that particular situation had call outs on every single day. And in these dozens of call outs. So it was a little harder to fill 8 spots with one person. And I understand. I understand the difficulties. I understand the subtle details of holding the position of manager. It sucks. Don't get me wrong. Being a manager sucks. That's why I supervise myself. I can supervise a small team of like up to 5 people, maybe. But anything bigger than that, I start going, no, no. And I was just so frustrated. And it just comes down to, like, if I were in his position, I would have absolutely gone, "Hey, thanks for telling me. I got this. Have a good night." Either I would have called people and said, "Hey, can you work?" Or I would have dragged my ass in there at 6:45 in the morning and shown that I was a team player by being there. That is the biggest thing that I feel a lot of managers don't recognize is it be there. we're all burnt out, and especially in healthcare, we're burnt out. But when you get all your holidays off, and you get to leave halfway through your day because your work's done and you just want a half day. And I've been in that position too where I've been able to leave at a half day. But I also was that same person who would work a work bender and work 36 hours straight because people needed my help. Not the healthiest. I'm not the healthiest person, but I understand. And it just frustrates me to no end. I also understand people not wanting to help. I get that too. It's just if you were in a position of leadership, you should maybe set the example. Because if you're a manager setting the example of, oh hey, I'm willing to do this, hey, I'm willing to do that, you don't have your coworkers or your underlings going, oh well, I don't have to. I just have to do my job. It's a matter of building community and teamwork, and it's I get accused of, oh hey, you've drank the corporate Kool Aid. No, it's more of a community. If you can't, I accept someone saying no. That's not a problem. I'm not bothered by no. Just choose. It makes my gears go a little different. But no all the time really really hurts my soul. And and Miss Hutchie, it's super late where you are. I think you should be doing the snoozy thing. I appreciate your 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 time here, but it's sleepy time. Okay. I am hoping to get the 161 mostly done today. That'd be nice to have a. I'm calling it. It's an either color. It's it's. I have three categories of color that I do. I do for stream only. These it's the big colors that take up a lot of. If you can go to sleepy time, I'm not gonna judge. Um and oh my goodness. I uh I have colors on stream. Those are the really really big colors that once they're done, you notice it's like it's a big difference in the pattern. I have the either or colors, which actually 161 is an either or color because it doesn't make a big difference. Um, but you definitely notice when it's done, kind of deal. And then there is the alone colors, which are they're just. It's not that they might not have a lot of stitches. It's just they're so confetti heavy that it is a pain in my butt. So I opt to do those outside of screen. Oof. Uh. Let's see. What did I do? I uh I got my magnets that I'm working on. I got them glitter sealed. They're really cool. They're super shiny. I'll take some pictures later on today. What else did I do this week? It last night it poured here. It just opened up a bucket and dumped the water. It was loud. I started a howl. I did that. I started a howl. Mm, mm. I I'm not I'm not mad at the rain. I'm just hoping it rains less this year than it did last year. Last year summer was really, 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 really wet. I was unable to get any of the outside work I wanted to get done. So that was a rough bit. So I'm hoping we get a little bit of dry this summer because I have some projects that I want to get done. Isn't winter you guys' rainy season? I'll send some rain down there. Like I will just channel some rain down there. I mean, I could try for snow if you want snow. I can try for snow. What do you want? Do you want sky drugs? I can aim for sky drugs. I can hear dragons screaming. Okay. I wasn't sure if you were an area that snow is expected. Cause, cause they don't teach us Australian geography in school, and I'm just not that ambitious. Yeah, it's not raining here currently. It was raining this morning when I got up. Um, I've lost where I've lost myself. Um, that is very. You know what? I'm aiming for snow, just cause, cause I'm sadistic. Okay. Funny enough, I am familiar with Tasmania. Um, like, like my brain kind of knows, like, I know where New Zealand and Tasmania roughly are. Um, and I know where like Sydney and the Great Barrier Reef are. Like, I have like the big landmarks. I know where those are, but Sydney is down here on your lower curvy bit, and then you have the rest of Australia. So I know like this much, and then there's the rest of Australia. So and and I don't expect people from Europe, Australia, Asia Africa to really know the geographic location of each individual state. I know I used to know the state, the location, and the capital. Now, I still know the states, and I have a pretty good memory of the location. Like, I'll get my what ones do I get mixed up? Um, and I don't even really get them mixed up. It's just a matter of like like Kansas and Nebraska, where they're it's just looking at their shape and working out which ones they are. Because I know Oklahoma has the giant panhandle, Nebraska has the chunk taken out of it, where um, I think it's Wyoming, maybe it's Kansas that goes into it, but and then Utah has the steps on its corner. Like I have little things in my brain that tell me which what is where. Like Tennessee has a flat and it has an angle. That's how I know what Tennessee looks like. Kentucky kind of looks like a drumstick. That's how I remember these things. Ooh, I mean, Tornado Alley. I sometimes get Tornado Alley is the midwestern, the middle of the United States. Um, it starts at like in theory, if you're thinking an alleyway, it starts at like Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota. It starts in that, and it goes down to the Dakotas, Kansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Texas. It is just an alleyway straight down the middle of the United States. And I think yep, okay. But, I mean, Dragon in Georgia is getting, oh, and Ohio and Illinois and but Dragon in Georgia is getting tornadoes. So who knows? The world is a crazy place. I know that there's much like the middle of Canada. I know that there is a large part of Australia that is very sparsely inhabited due to its super desert nature. And I think I can't remember what the like from one side of Ontario to the start of Alberta, like the middle of Canada is very sparsely populated in certain areas. So, like, I know weird little fun trivia facts about places, but, like, if you were to point to a map and say, show me Queensland, I'd be like, no. And Queensland is truly the only, yeah, Queensland is really the only state that I can, in Australia, that I can state that I know with any sort of confidence. With Canada, I know a good portion because when you look at my analytics, I have a lot of Canadian fans, friends. I have a lot of Canadian crafty creatures. I got Pocket from uh, PEI. I got Jules from New Brunswick. I got Dest from Quebec. I have the polar bears and Jay from Ontario. I have Shoost and Spaz from Alberta. I don't have any. I don't think I have any. Uh, Van, I know that Vancouver's not the province. Um, British. No, not British. Maybe. Um, but I know Manitoba is fun to say. Ah, this is what happens when I accidentally take a day off from streaming. Is I get chat congestion. I loved geography growing up. Um, where in the world was Carmen San Diego? Okay, I had BC in my brain and it just wasn't. It didn't feel right. Saskatchewan is also a fun thing to say. I also like hear I also like hearing how other people say the same word. Like sometimes I like how other people say the word better than how I say the word, so I will parrot if I like what you're saying. I can understand that because yeah, everybody like uh uh Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island are all just like, yes, touristy. And then you have Quebec that is all like, yeah, touristy. And everybody, like, and I'm sure I know Moncton in New Brunswick, and that's about it. And that's showing my knowledge. And I know, yes. Yes, some kind of like macrame. I still got Hachimom in VC once. That was the best. Ha 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 ha. uh, Actually, funny enough, even with all of my chitter, I have gotten a section done. I gotta end my piece of string and move over. Okay, where am I wandering? Okay. Well, once I get my remote design job, I truly I want to be able to steal husband creature and we can do some travel stuff. Oh my goodness! But either someone needs to be like, yes, you are the best. I want to commission you for all of the things, or yeah, there's a lot of work to still be done. Oh, what day was it? What day was it? I think it was Friday. Yeah, I had Friday off, and I had to go get meds and stuff like that, and had to do shopping, and Well, compression, agony. Four. Okay, so three in. So three in, and one, two, three, and four. Is it? Is that the top of four? Okay, so it is. I have three down below this one, right? Three down below this one. Okay. Have a good eat. Whatever. Have a good whatever your time zone is, Hachimo. have a good 13 hours before us. 5 out. 3, 4, 5, and down. So this section that I'm working on, let's see if I can get a. Ooh, ooh, yeah. For me, that's me in the morning before I get. I gotta remember. Yes, I did take my meds this morning. I, it's it. If I can take my time, I'm fine getting down the stairs in the morning. But I have a German Shepherd generally in my butt when I'm going down the stairs in the morning, and it it really sucks. He's getting better. He's getting better about not trying to push me down the stairs when like my entire right leg just doesn't function in the morning, and he gets yelled at less when he doesn't try to push me down the stairs. But I wanna do some. On Friday I got some more hoops, and I got a really cool knit loom. I got an Afghan knit loom. That should be big enough for a bird wing project I want to try out. So it's gonna be pretty cool. And actually, I think I'd be able to do my sawtooth project with um on it with fewer like sharp angles. Right now, my sawtooth as I hit a corner in the loom, it it creates it's convenient because it creates a shoulder curve, but at the same time, it creates a very distinct line of where that corner was. So with the Afghan looms, they're in an S, and it I think it would even out the shape and form of the shawl. I don't know if you were here, Jules, or not, but I don't think I will be hitting 95% this month. I will probably hit 94, um, which makes me sad. But at the same time, only being 2,000 stitches shy of a major goal is pretty good. I have this weekend off, and I'm hoping I'm hoping on Sunday I can get some stitchy time in. But I also have other life projects I got to do. Let's see, and we're just gonna do one last. We're going. Let's see if I can angle the camera a little better. There we go. We're working here, and we're gonna go blocks of 10 down this way. So But I think if I can work like last night I got home from work and I came upstairs and I worked on Buffalo Woman for like an hour and I got stuff done. So I'm thinking I need to start sinking a little bit of time after work and uh oops, nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted one less. There we go. I'm just working like an hour, getting some of the alone colors done. I've been enjoying that. That's really nice to do. As just get like 100 stitches done and be like, yeah, I hit a color zero, yeah. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been trying to rock it. There's a lot there's a lot of work. Mhm. And I mean I have my little my merchandise projects, but I don't have any other big cross stitch projects going on. I have my commission that I have been bringing to work, and I have little 5 minute projects that I as great as selling stuff is, fantastic. I love to sell stuff, but at the same time, I have to replace the stuff I sell. I, I have to add new inventory. What? So as much as I'd be like, well, and I was looking back on my memories, and uh, this week was the week that I finished Past, Present, and Forever 4 years ago, and I mean it took that one took me 9 months, but in that 9 months, that was the only thing I worked on. I I was not doing content creation 4 years ago. I was not trying to have a side hustle that allows me to sell my arts and crafts. um, 4 years ago was a completely different beast, but I have no regrets as to where I am now. I can hear you, husband creature. I just can't hear you. Oh, okay. Yeah. They want you to throw their toys. And sing Sarah McLaughlin to them. I can imagine, like, yeesh. You're gonna you're gonna get an air a bigger air filter, or a more a more picky filter. And dust is one of the hardest ones to. Yeah. I do not envy. I picked this color because it actually it does highlights. It goes around, so like you can really see where it is. Like yeah, it circles around and down at the bottom, it really fills in a large gap. So so tomorrow's stream is gonna happen. I just don't know when, um, because I have a my Merit America class I have from 10 to 11, and I have a staff meeting at work, a mandatory staff meeting at work from 2 to 3. So, and I'm also going to try to fix my dryer before I lose spoons for the day. So, I'm hoping maybe after my staff meeting I will hop on. Um, Either way, I'm gonna be around sometime. Um, but I just don't know when. And then Thursday's your normal everyday stream, 9 to noon, and Friday there's no stream. But I'm gonna cross stitch in my free time, so I can see how far I can truly get, so, before the end of the month. I'm gonna push it to the end, and then it's rollout. So I'll have rollout pictures of Buffalo Woman. And it's funny, I tighten the arms on all my stuff, and then it all decides to loosen up again, and it's annoying. But what we're gonna do? I'm gonna complain about it, but that's about all I can. All I can do. Okay, there. We anchored it. We've anchored the string. So this is a scenario where it creates a circle. And I'm doing the bottom part of the circle, then I'll turn around and do the top part of the circle. Mm-hmm. Okay, reach way far out here, and this will be the last line of the bottom bit. Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. And this color is one of the colors that closes in. Let's see if I can. There's this one little gap in the bottom. This is one of the colors that starts closing this gap. Like I think it closes most of the gap in the bottom here. But I gotta get to that point. I'm weird. I like having the borders all closed in my projects, and I like when they have when they have facial features. I like getting the eyes and the faces all done in my projects. With with Bliss Fairy, I it took so much energy not to do the back stitching on her face before the rest of her was done. Um, I have I have Titania, the Queen Fairy by uh, Nora Corbett as well, and I'm gonna try on the skin tones of Titania. I'm gonna do a what it's called petite stitch. You can really only do it on linen. You could probably do it on Aida cloth, but linen it's much easier to do. It's when you take the linen, like you do a one over, you don't skip any holes and you just do the little X's in the linen, and it makes a super tiny stitch. It would be like me looking at a t-shirt fiber and just doing in between where the string is on a t-shirt weaving. just just those petite stitches. But uh, the with the Nora Corbett projects, they actually suggest that for the skin tones just to add a depth of detail. And I didn't learn that until I'd already done like half the face of Bliss Fairy. So I wasn't gonna change my stitching style halfway in between. It would just look weird. So, but I think with Titania, I'm gonna look at her color palette and I'm gonna make a custom piece of linen for her, and yeah, and work on that because my creative brain is always running. Okay, there we go. There. Move this over a little bit. Really, that last block is 300 stitches. Okay, I can see where it could be 300. Because what I'm working on right now is just a little nub around here, but the last portion of the 161 color is just, it's huge. Okay, there's there's two in, yeah, one there, and then there we go. Ta-da. Okay, yep, three from there. So just one. This is two over here. One, two, and that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then one over, and then la la la. Skip one and oh, hello, whoever decided to. Hello, hello. It's Miss. It's Miss Dragon Dragon. Let's see. That's fine. Out of 89 colors, I am down to 38. I hit a few. I hit a few color zeros last night and this morning because I did some small colors. I filled in some holes. Uh huh. Yeah, I need to fight with my internet peoples. I want to give them money, and they're making it exceptionally hard for me to give them money. So I have to actually call them and say, I want to give you money. And yeah. That there. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, jeez. No, I went to on Friday. I went to go pay my bill, and they're like, "Hey, even though even though I'm logged into the account that I want to pay the bill on, they're like, yeah, we need your account number and your PIN." Now, I never had to set up a PIN, so they're like, "Oh, just look at your first bill." So I go back and I try to look at my first bill. Document not available. So I'm over here. I'm going, okay, so I found my account number, but I can't find my PIN. They're like, oh, you actually have to call us. It's a holiday weekend, so today's the first day that they're open. So I'll be giving them a call after stream and being like, yo, knock this off. They're like, oh well, and while I'm trying to like fix it online, they're like, well, you can just enroll in auto pay. I'm like, no, 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 no. Sometimes I like to be able to control because some days it might be a day or two late. Just because of where payment falls. But yeah, they irked me this weekend. I have no, no, none of my bills. No Hulu. I have a couple of bills that are on auto pay, but they're fixed dates, they're fixed amounts. And to be fair, my internet is a fixed amount, but the ones that are on auto pay are solid enough that it's like I know that there's going to be money in the account on the dates that they pull. Because some weeks it's just not there. Or it's due and I get paid the day after. And yeah, that's why there's no auto pay. I have noticed companies that are they're offering discounts if you enroll in auto pay just to get people to enroll so that they're not. Yeah. I'm like, no, no. My bills generally get paid early or or just like a couple days, like literally like 24 hours. Oh, nice. Slow cooker chicken is amazing. It's one of my. The, it's one of the reasons I have the slow cookers. I used to, and I need to do it more. Is I used to do slow cooker chicken a lot, and I need to get back into that habit. Yeah, we have. Let's see, we're right here. Yeah, we have a little bit of a corner left right here, and then move down to a big spot. Just have to remember where I put my new piece of string. Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. Okay. So the pressure cooker with a certain mix of blends and spices is how KFC's original skin is made. So KFC, I don't know like the spice recipe. That's neither here nor there. But the original is pressure cooked. The extra crispy is double breaded and just plopped in a fryer. Um, or yeah, the extra crispy is double breaded. It's egg wash or in KFC's position, water, bread, um, watered again, breaded again, fryer. And the original is uh, water, Dunkin' original, and the original seasoning does not have as much flour. The extra crispy seasoning has a lot more flour, but original is egg wash slash water, dunk, put on a pressure cooker rack, dunk, pressure cook. I think original was 40 minutes that it got pressure cooked. Original, like when you have to be really good at timing for KFC. like it takes a while to cook that chicken. Behind the Colonel, the KFC story. But yeah, the even when it's just sitting in the fryer, and it floats, it just floats in the fryer. You gotta turn it about halfway through, and the extra crispy, extra crispy takes. I want to say the extra crispy took 30 minutes, but it's been it's been 25 years since I've worked at KFC, so the time's maybe not right. two. Oh, and there's that. So, how close is it to summer vacation for the kiddos? Hello, hello. Okay, I have finished the loop there. Now I gotta. Now I'm going to move. No more bus jiggling, juggling. Well, you could jiggle a bus, but oh, Pixie might start a howl again because she's being talkative. It was so funny last night when I got her to howl. She was very confused. She's like, no, no. I am migrating down into this area, at least for a little bit of time. There we go. That's the one. Now we. I'm doing. There's little speckle bits on this part. Like there's not a whole lot in this side, but this side there's all kinds. So I'm trying to get the little bits all finished up, and then I can focus on the really big clump that's left. And I'm gonna start from the bottom and move my way this way, move my way in that direction. So that is currently the happenings. We're down to the last 270, which I'm still boggled that the section that I'm working on has that many stitches left. But stranger things have happened. It doesn't look like the amount of stitches. I hear a dog going up and or down the stairs. uh, I need to get a haircut. But meh. Ma'am, you're fine. No, you're fine. We have the air cutting tail going on now. Hey, you're fine. Good girl, yes. Yes, you are a good girl. Yes. I have a dog that feels she is unloved, so I'm giving her pets. I'm giving her pets. Okay, all done. She's like, I'll tell you when I'm done. Hey, you're all set. Go lay down. Oh, she's looking out the window. Okay, never mind then. Transactional relationship. She just wanted to look out the window underneath my desk. And then step on my foot. That's kind of rude. Now, I'm done. Underneath here. Their bottom. Woohoo! Yeah, this really closes up the gap. It's the 45-minute hyper focus. Jeepy-doo. And just enough string to do this. This is one line at the end, at the bottom. There's that. I'm going to see if I can get Oh, and for those of you just tuning in, I'm hoping to hit 95%, but more more logistically, I'm probably going to hit 94% and some change, which absolutely fine. Um, I'm a little upset, but life happens, and I had to. Sometimes you gotta set the frivolous goals aside so that you can make the important goals stick. Um, and also being a couple thousand stitches shy, I can live with that. I went from just under 93% to 94. Right now we're at 90. We're at 93 and some change, and we'll hit 94 here soon. Okay, so sometimes you have to pick your battles in the stitching direction you want to go. I prefer to go left to right, much like I I write, and I prefer to go top to bottom. But in this situation, I'm going left to right and bottom to top because there's just a lot like of stitches, and it's just easier, just an easier flow to start from the left side and work your way over. And if I choose to, I don't have to do blocks of 10 as I get up to the top part here. I can just go right across. I haven't decided if I'm gonna go right across or if I'm gonna do the blocks of 10. But I'll know when I get there. I haven't decided on I haven't thought that far ahead. Like I try to give gifts. Like I'm really bad. Like I'll give gifts year round. It doesn't have to be a certain time of the year. Um, so it's really hard for me to just like, oh yeah, totally Christmas because I can buy something and I'd be like, wow, I want to give this to this person right now. And even when I make stuff, like, what? Two fours, woo, and one more four. I like having the big block of color because most of the time you can you're just going right to the block of color. You don't have to keep count. Sometimes you do though, but most of the time you just make sure you're back far enough to where the pattern tells you to be, and then you just go to the other big block of color. Cool. That one, that one, another one. Setback. Oh, oh, that's that's frustrating. I mean, I like getting gift ideas like to put little like bugs in my ear, but at the same time, I'm like, well, maybe I'll just see something that reminds me of you. And sometimes my gifts are like that. Is I see something that reminds me of the person I'm giving it to, and it brings me joy and yeah. Oh, I gotta show. Well, I'll take pictures. It's more of a retail thing, so I'll take pictures and put it on my Facebook page. But I have a friend who gave me some uh, plates, and they are molded. They're molded glass, and they're floral. So I'm going to be uh, looking at some. I'm gonna do some research because I'm not gonna buy a ton of paints for it. But I'm gonna pick a color scheme and I'm going to um, paint the paint the plates on the back so that the surface is still you can still eat off the surface, but I'm gonna paint the back and there are four of these little plates, and I'm gonna see if I can sell them because they're pretty, but they're not my style. Oh. Mhm. So no, our dual stream would have been last Friday. I work this Friday. Whenever and I have yeah this June I have 3 weekends off, but no, this Friday I have to work, and due to oh well, I feel it. I feel it. Mhm. I figured you were super quiet last week. I'm like, I hope she's okay. I don't like to be too nosy. It's not that I'm not thinking about someone when like if someone goes MIA, I try to respect people's privacy, and I know that when stuff happens like at the very start of the event, everybody is up their butt, and as the event moves on, people forget and move on with their lives. I'm that person that comes around later on and is like, hey, you're in my mind. If you need someone, I'm still here. Um, I try not to bombard people if they seem busy, because that you don't need a pile of people being like, "Are you okay?" Like, yes, I'm fine. I just needed to do some stuff. I always sound so rude when I'm like, "No, nope, I'm fine. Just kind of busy." Life decided that I was Wonder Woman and dropped me with like 50 billion things. So yeah, I'm. It's not that I'm not thinking of you. Maybe I'm thinking too much of someone, and when I'm silent, Cho- choice paralysis of caring. I don't know. Oh, I actually get to start moving my camera over a little bit there. How is the group situation going? Is group therapy helping? Are you feeling with less alone in person? I guess would be what my brain is thinking. I'm an awful person to have in an anxiety group, because I have such a dark sense of humor about it. Like, I acknowledge I have anxiety, and it is at times crippling and very bad. But talking about it, there's just so many jokes. What are you worrying about? Existence. I'm worrying about my mom's third cousin twice removed, talking about the parrot in the tree. I don't know. Yes, yes. I feel you, Dragon. I feel you. Oh yeah. So Dragon and I are gonna start a company. It's called Tits and Tech. I just Dragon just learned about this as it was leaving my mouth. So that's our new company. I don't know what we're gonna do with it, but that's what's gonna happen. Dragon will be the coder. I'll be the designer. We can do it. Okay, so we're doing stretch a 10 here. One, two, everybody needs their chatting buddy. Um, it's funny. At work. Yeah. At work, I was like the middle child because we have four four people who are like in their 20s, and then we have like four people who are in, and this is the people who work the 3 to 11 shift. We have actually, okay, so the 3 to 11 that I interact with, we have people in their 20s, and we have people in their 50s, 60s, in that ballpark. And then I am I'm the only, well, up until recently I was the only one like in the 30s, 40s range. And now we have another person in the 30s, 40s range. So she's the overnight. And I'm like, "Yay, someone my age." And last night, because of the call out on Sunday, I looked at her and I was like, "How do you feel about getting called in? If someone calls out and we need help, what are your thoughts on like helping out if we need to take an overnight away, XYZ?" And she looks at me. I'm like, "I'm just asking so I know in my brain if someone calls out, can we give you a phone call, and will you think about it or give us an honest answer?" At least me. I don't care if she gives anyone else an honest answer. But she looked at me and she went, "Well, it depends. Like I'm open to working extra shifts if it's needed, but I can't say yes all the time." I'm like, that's all I needed to know, is because on Sunday when I was like, "Oh hey, does anyone have coworker's number?" The overnight that I have like probably the biggest beef with anybody in that entire organization with, it's like, "No, she's not gonna work. Don't you dare try to call her." So, and the overnight who's my age is new. She's like been there a month maybe, and so I'm like, okay. So I didn't bother her, but I had a conversation with her instead. I was like, "Hey, I just need to know this. If you just want to come in, do your job, and never be contacted outside your scheduled hours, that's fine with me. But I need to know for my brain if if it were on the plate where we need an overnight shift filled, are you okay with getting a call and legitimately thinking about it depending on what you have going on?" And she's like, "Yes, that seems completely reasonable," because I'm that way. It's like I'm not always going to say yes, and I'm not always going to say no. And I've gotten better about saying no more than yes, because I used to be that. I used to be the person people called for any shift. "Just call Sarah, she'll say yes." I've gotten better about saying no, because I am falling apart, and I do need special considerations. So, but and then I got irked. I'm like, "Oh my goodness." So I'm really glad that I had that conversation with this person instead of believing a coworker. But I really shouldn't have, like, ugh, ugh. Yeah, but yes, people pleaser mode absolutely sucks, and and even though I know saying no is okay, I still, even like I could be getting ready to go on vacation, I will still feel guilty about saying no. Um, and it's not a fun, spot to have your brain in, and it takes a lot of work to control and reel it in. It truly takes a lot of energy. So I try to explain to people, I'm like, "Please don't ask this of me unless you absolutely need it." And yeah, oh yeah. And I I put it on the side, like if I haven't had an interaction with a person about that topic, I set it aside and I'm like, "Nope, I'm going to talk to this person about it. It could even be like a ridiculously tough topic. If I haven't heard from that person's mouth their thoughts and feelings on it, I'm not going to believe anything else that anyone says. I'm going to go to the person and be like, yo, sup. So, and that also filters down to if I actually care. Because if I don't care what they think, I'm not going to ask. I'm pleased. I'm proud. It's hard. It's hard. It's kind of like how I kept my word. Like I told my boss that if I wasn't going to be able to be the tech person, that I would start looking for other jobs. And I held my word to that, and I did. I was nice enough to tell her, but I am actively looking for other jobs. Um, I'm not going to like leave them high and dry, but I'm not staying for something that I was promised that I'm not going to get. I will keep going until I have a better job offer. And it has nothing to do with loyalty or anything like that. It is I'm just tired of being lied to and strung along. But unfortunately, I have bills to pay, so I have to be able to do what I do until I get a better offer. Exactly. It's really hard. Like it's super hard to see that someone you loved and adore and legitimately still, and you can still care for them. You don't have to stop caring, but just having that and knowing that they're like, yeah, no, no, is really rough. Oh my goodness, all these knots, all these knots. And the realities are hard. It really is, and it's frustrating. And there's no easy answer to any of it. So I feel it. I hear you. It's complicated, and that's putting it simply. It's complicated is an easy answer to a feeling that you can't use words to describe. I'm trucking right along. I know I'm not going to finish this color on stream, but I might finish it before I go to work because it's yucky outside, and I really am not in the mood to scoop dog poo. All it's been a few days. I really do need to scoop the dog poop, but um, not in the rain. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow it will be not as rainy, and I can put my cleats on and traverse the backyard. Well, we have here, then we have. Okay, so we're at this giant block. Nope, nope, we're at. Okay. This could be a weird one where we're gonna work our way up. Doopy doopy doo. I don't want it. We're gonna figure that. I'm gonna do that. Okay. Next one up. Oops. That's why I don't like going up, as I get confused and I undo my stitches. Hear Pixie crying in the hall. Yeah, it's quarter of. So this day has flown by. I've been actually so far, and it doesn't even. It's still have 15 minutes left. I've done 346 stitches, so half of what I need to hit 94. There we go. Two things. Two things is good stuff. Mm. I have a few things I gotta do before I go to work, but if they get done, they get done. If not, eh. Hear the catbird outside. It's funny. Might actually be able to get a little chunk of this done. Well, obviously I've gotten a significant chunk of this done, but I mean I'm being judgy. I'm being judgy on myself. So I got two Orliks. Two Orliks. One. Oops. I'm my microphone, my magnifying glass, in a bad way. One over. I'm also gonna. Yeah, I have some shirts I gotta fold. One less. One less. And one less and two. I actually had enough string to make to the top of this particular section. Nice. Okay. I'm looking at the time. I probably don't have enough. I'll probably have enough time to rethread the color I'm working on, but I'm gonna toss out some numbers. So I gotta highlight and okay, hit the button. Okay, so today we started off at 93.58, and and that included the stitches I did before stream. So that is what we are at. I did 419 stitches, and we are at 93.75%. And once I thread my needle, I'll get legit numbers of what's going on. Needle is all threaded. So let me do some math. So in order for me to hit 95%, which I'm not sure that I can actually do. I'm gonna try, but the hopes are dropping. Oh, yeah, 193, 116, 116. So to get to 95%, I need 2,584. If I had a couple of days off, totally doable. But I don't, so we'll see where we get. But to 94%, 19340. To get to 94%, I only need to do 524, which I will probably get around to partially tonight, partially tomorrow. We'll hit 94% tomorrow, and then we have 3 hours on Thursday to get. We'll probably get about halfway to anywhere from a quarter to halfway to 90 to 95. But we can do it. And then I have a little bit of time on Friday that I have unallocated that I'm gonna try to get through, because I have until midnight on May 31st to hit 95%. Oh my goodness. But so that's where we're at right now, and we're coming in on the close. Buffalo Woman is coming in on being complete, and it's exciting. It's exciting. Friday will be a rollout day, so she'll get her big pictures taken. I'm so excited. It's coming together beautifully. It's just this kind of craft takes so long to do that as you get closer to the end, you just want it to move faster. Like when I started, I was like, yeah, this is going to take a long time. I'm only a couple hundred stitches in. But now that I've done a couple 100,000 stitches, I would like to be done. But I thank everybody for the gift of their time. And I will see. I don't know when. It'll probably be around 4:30, somewhere in that ballpark. I'll hop on for a couple hours tomorrow, and therapeutically stab things. And it'll be right after a mandatory work meeting too, so that will be all kinds of fun. Stay safe, drink your water, take your meds, and I will see everybody